I want to say thank you to everyone that prayed for my son. He's back. He's in bed sleeping. He showed up around 4 o'clock in the morning last night back to his grandparents. And I feel like this was divinely ordered. This was a wake-up call. This was a timeline shift. And I am so grateful for all of you. I'm so grateful for the divine, for God, because He gave me an assignment last night and I almost didn't take it. And then I understand. So it was this lady last night that I picked her up from a storage unit. She had slept in the storage unit the day before and she had a 11-year-old boy. I took her to a hotel with all her stuff in my car. And when she went to the hotel was too expensive. And she said, I cannot stay here because I need this money to make it to Daytona. They charging me too much. And I said, so where you gonna go? She said, well, we're gonna have to stay here until I can figure out a way to go to Daytona. I don't have a lot of money. And I said, do you have money for gas? To give me for gas? And she said, yeah, well, I have $130. And I said, well, I just need gas money and I would take you to Daytona. And she cried. God told me to help her. And I brought her to Daytona and she was telling me her story of she's breaking free from an abused relationship. She's breaking free for her son. And because God have asked me to be a voice for the voiceless, for the youth. This awakened my eyes of how many people are there suffering and scared, misunderstood. And I want to break the cycle. So I made a video like I always do when I'm on mission in Uber. A lot of the time I make a video. She allowed me because she say she is not going back. She said she break with this person and she go back again to the abuse. But she's doing it for her son. And I asked her son, did you pray? And he said, yes, I always pray. And then she said, it was because of him, because I lost faith in God. She said, the boy's father died and she been in a loop with another relationship. She said, I don't understand. I keep on going back, even though it's no good for me. So it gave me, God used me to break the loop. There are many loops that we get stuck into. I think my son was stuck into a loop. And I have faith in the divine that He's gonna break away from that loop. Because everything happened for a reason and God heard the cry of a mother. And because I said yes to my mission last night, I created a declaration to be a guardian for those that do not have a voice. Because my fight is not in the 3D, I fight energetically. I fight with spirit. I fight with intention. Because I believe in me. I believe in my inner magic. But the feeling that you get when you think your child is in danger, it's so intense that I don't care if I was too much looking for him. I don't care if people think I exaggerate. I don't care. Because I will roar and I will fight for my kids. And that's what I said last night. Not only fighting for my kids, but I'm fighting for the right of all youth, for the right of humanity to break free from the loops, from the manipulation, from the control. From the feeling that anyone is broken. You are not broken, you're just different. You are not broken. It is time to wake up and to step into your own self. Today I dance. I dance today. I have I'm part of a play, and we're supposed to practice. So, but I had to drive back to Daytona to at home. I had to drive back to home so I can see my son, who is in bed right now. I picked up that lady last night at 4:44 in the morning. I mean, that's when she got in my car to go to come here to Daytona. And now I was gonna stay here for a little bit, but I want to get back to see my son. And then maybe he want to go to dance with me. You know, boys, 16, no, mom, no. Thank you again. Thank you to all of you. We are more powerful than we were led to believe. Okay, I believe in my.
Mix, and then the other one is like it's a blue Russian mixed with a tabby, and then the other one's just kind of just he doesn't not have that much blue Russian. It's more just cat.
Okay.
But they're still brothers.
This is my crown now that I'm putting. You see, I'm getting the sun energy over here like that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So it was a fun drive. You good?
I am so good.
You free?
I am disgusting, but can I have a hug?
A hug, yes, yes, yes.
You are an amazing person, and I am so happy. Everything happened for you today too, also.
Yes, my son,
and I will
my
keep in
son
touch.
is, my son is back. My son cried. My son. She said, when you told me that you would take me to Daytona, I cried and I feel like all this shadow just coming out, like something just broken. Like I feel like I broke free. And that's exactly, it's a timeline shift. Okay, because she was ready to release. That's why the divine sent me to redirect timeline, to shift her timeline. Because this time she's not gonna go back. She was ready. And that's what I did. I shifted. I usually keep my Uber story to myself. I do the recording, but I keep it to myself because they're gonna be on my book, on the healing emotion chapter of my book, where the miracles that happen in this healing vehicle. Because that's what it is. My vehicle becomes a portal, okay, for healing and transformation. I go with my selenite and I clean the energy. So for those 3.5 hours that she was inside the car, I was doing light language, light codes, releasing, thinking about my son. And I feel this one, the divine want me to share it with you. So to close that loop, when we say yes, the divine say yes to us. So say yes to whatever calling you might have, because you don't know what life you are changing, okay? You don't know what timeline you are shifting with just a little bit of kindness. Not for yourself to gain something in return, but just because you're human, just because you care, just because you open your heart. And that's how we become the solar flash from the inside out, okay? From all of us who step into power and open our heart and do something for others, not just for us. And do it quietly. Not everyone need to know. You don't need to broadcast what you do. It's a lot of things that I don't share, you know. Today I'm part of a plate. I haven't shared that yet, but I think I'm gonna share that part of me now. And just do it just because that's who you are, all right? You are the spark, you are the sun, and the solar flare comes from your heart. It's from the inside out that we are shifting this planet. And that's the way I look at life. That's the way I look at things, because that's what we're doing. We're evolving together.